Salut à tous, bienvenue sur Envergure. Nouvel épisode un peu spécial. Vous voyez, on est à l'image déjà, et puis on n'est que trois avec une interview assez exceptionnelle aujourd'hui, puisque on interviewe, c'est pas très courant, on fait ça 1 ou 2 fois par an, un prospect qui est candidat à la draft NBA cette année. Et donc, c'est un homme du plat pays qui est avec nous, c'est Vrenz Bleijenbergh. Alors, je le prononce peut-être pas très bien. On va faire l'interview en anglais, ça sera de toute façon sous-titré. Et puisque Vrenz est belge, mais nous parle un peu français, mais pas suffisamment bien, on va dire, pour
un petit peu.
un petit peu, voilà, un petit
Voilà.
peu. Mais on va y aller tout de suite, de toute façon. Donc, une interview pour ce podcast vidéo Envergure exceptionnel avec Romain, évidemment. Comment vas-tu, Romain, avant qu'on commence?
Ça va, tout va bien. En petite quarantaine, on est rentré de Russie, une semaine sans rien pouvoir faire, et maintenant on repart.
Bon, parfait.
Voilà.
Allons-y. Vrenz, how are you? Just like the season is not over.
No, yeah, I'm fine, but yeah, the players are starting now. It's kind of busy. We had a really tough year. Players coming in, players leaving. So yeah, it's been a really tough season, but yeah, we got to be ready for the playoffs now.
Okay. First thing first, we are called Envergure, which means wingspan. So
Okay.
just ask what's your size, weight, and wingspan. I don't know if you know it, but wingspan.
Do you want me to say it in feet or in centimeters?
You can say it.
Centimeters is easier, maybe.
Yeah, centimeters, and I'll just.
My length, I'm 2'8", so 208 centimeters. Okay. My wingspan is 216, 2'16", and yeah, that's it, I guess.
Okay, and the weight?
The weight, I'm around like 93, 94 kilos.
Okay.
So it's around, yeah, what is it, 210 lbs, I think.
I'll just, how'd you say 94?
94, yeah.
It's 205.
Yeah, 205, yeah, around there,
yeah. That's a trick question, but do you have any clue about the size of your hands? Because that's something people are going to ask.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any, I don't know. I don't have really big hands. I'm looking now, but I don't have really big hands, but it's all right.
But we have a bunch of guys, it's one of the first questions they ask, like, how big they
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never heard the question before.
If ever you go to the combine, you will have the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you planning to go to the NBA combine?
I'm waiting. Maybe my agency knows more, but I don't have any invite yet because it's with an invite. But yeah, we will see. Otherwise, I have just practiced with NBA teams in the beginning of July. They're lined up, but yeah, we are waiting for the combine because they want me to focus on the season right now, and I want that too. I don't really want to know a lot yet. We will see after the playoffs what will happen.
Don't worry about it. Your agency is pretty strong, so
yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of connections you need. Don't worry about that.
For sure, yeah.
What's the agency, Romain?
Wasserman still?
Yeah, Wasserman,
yeah.
So you said between 6'9" and 6'10". We said your weight, but who are you? Because we know you for a couple of years back. You played with Belgium in FIBA Youth Championships, but to any people following the NBA draft, your name was not on the short list before the season. So can you just explain who you are, where you're from, where you grew up?
I think I will start from the beginning. So I started when I was young with Antwerp Giants. So I played my whole career in Antwerp. I'm really coming out of the youth. This is my 3rd year pro now. First year I didn't play a lot, just like 11, 12 men. 1 year ago I was a backup point guard of Luka Rupnik. We played also BCL Champions League. I had some minutes there, but I was a really skinny frame guy, not strong enough to play on that level yet. but I think the summer when COVID came, I really built up my strength. I became stronger because I went from 70 kilos, 70, yeah, to 90, 91, 92. Now I'm 93, but yeah, I worked a lot. So I think that's why um, I got better, and it was a really important thing for me in my profile.
Okay. Is your family into basketball at all? Was your mother or father playing professionally? No.
I mean, my family, they always play basketball, but on a low level, not on a special high level. I think I'm the first one that really plays on professional basketball, that really play professional level. So yeah, I'm trying to get the best out of it and do my best every day to get higher and higher.
Who do you go to when you need an advice on, I don't know, if on life or anything else?
An advice. I trying to reach out to teammates that play. When I was playing back at point guard, I was a lot going to Luka Rupnik. I had some talks with Luka Doncic on the phone. It was really special because he gave me some advice that I really can use now because he's the best friend of Luka Rupnik. And the first time we went on a road game, they were FaceTiming and talking to him was really special. So yeah, I think Luka Rupnik helped me a lot to see the game. And yeah, if I need advice, I go to the coach or whatever. So nothing really special.
All right, you've played. You said it. You've played your whole life in Antwerp.
Yeah.
How do you feel? The question will probably be asked to you. Um, why didn't you go to a more exposed team? We saw Kylian Hayes did it last year. He went to
Mm-hmm.
Germany. It went well for
Mm-hmm.
him. You didn't feel like it. Why did
I
you
mean,
do that?
yeah, I had good offers, but for me, it was really important to not play for a big team, but get a lot of experience. Play. The reason also is yeah, we played Euro Cup, so okay, it was maybe a little bit too high for our team level, but I think I had a good experience in that. Also, yeah, I had an offer of Barcelona second team. Most players will take it and go there because playing under Barcelona, everyone wants it. But for me, it was important to grow as a player, to grow as a person, and I think I made the right choice.
So
I mean, that's excuse Alex. That's if you look at it, like the way it went during the season, you had a pretty solid Euro Cup season. Like personally, I mean,
Yeah,
so
I do.
the choice is interesting because you played against Russian teams, you played against Bologna, you played against solid teams. So that's the best way to evaluate
Sure.
yourself. You stayed home,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a good compromise. So why going
Sure.
somewhere else if you can have Euro Cup at home?
Yeah,
That's that's it.
that was a big thing for me too. Yeah, if you can play against these teams, I think it's really it's really experience, and it was good for me.
No disrespect, but it would have been like FIBA Challenge or something would have been different.
No,
But yeah, it's
it is
Euro
for
Cup,
sure.
EPL, it's solid exposure for you. That's
It is.
interesting.
That's right.
but the NBA teams will probably ask you and ask themselves if you are ready to go away from your cocoon because
Yeah,
you've always been there. What's your answer to this question?
I mean, I'm really because I talk with a lot of guys that come abroad when they come here from the state because we got two new guys, a rookie and a guy that came straight out of G League, and it was really hard for them to. Yeah, they have no family here; they're alone, and I try to really let themselves feel good. So I think I think I grow up a lot. I think I'm ready to go abroad because I think I really I really taking care of these guys to be feeling good. So I think I can do it for myself too.
Okay. Let's talk about the game. We've mentioned the Euro Cup you played. First, which player are you? To you personally, how do you feel? What do you feel is your best role in a team?
I mean, my favorite position is a two guard, like a two shooting guard, because I like to play with the ball in my hands. So secondary playmaker is always a good spot for me. But also a strong point is that I can also play off. Oh, shit. I can play off ball, so I think that's a good point, a good thing in my profile that I can play with the ball in my hands, but also play off ball. So I think, yeah, the two spot is a perfect spot for me. But also the thing is I can play on the three. Maybe later on when I get stronger, maybe on the four, but we will see for that.
All right. So what's your ticket to the NBA draft? What do you sell?
Ticket?
How would you sell yourself? Basically, like right now, if you had to keep the main characteristics, like let's say we're a front office, and you need to basically like sell yourself. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I need to work on that, but I think I would say I'm a very versatile player that I can do a lot of what a team needs. I think that's a big, really important thing that teams can use that other players are really in their spot, and I can like integrate that not people don't have to change, but I can change easily. If we got two guards, I can easily play on the three. So that's easy for the team. That makes the teams easier.
Yeah, you're talking about versatility, and I have this
Yeah.
in front of my eyes, so that's pretty easy for me, you know. But do you think that straight question, like straightforward, my question, but do you think that you can keep this all-around game at a higher level with the different kind of athleticism in front of you? What's the key
Oh
point?
yeah. I really think I can hold the because with the level I play to it. You know what I mean? If I play with guys that like Ibu Falfe, it's so easy to play. And when it was in the team, my assists were so easily to give to him because he can jump and he can catch slow passes, and that's what I miss right now with the newbie guy. He don't really like it, so I gotta change my passes for him. So I think even in the league, it's gonna be I think more easy even. But yeah, we will see. I don't think they're gonna be a big change or something.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me that the name of your teammate. He destroyed us a few weeks ago. He did a solid job against us. So yeah.
Yeah, he's nice. He's really. It was. I think it was my best teammate so far, and we have a really good relationship. So yeah, we will see in the future. Maybe we come together. Hopefully.
All right, we can see. I mean, people looking at the video, they can see the tape we selected from your game. Let's start with the shooting because you've improved it a lot. How did you do it? Because you were playing a lot on ball earlier in your career, but you really comfortable with the catch and shoot. So how do you work on it?
Yeah, for sure. I really like to play out of dribble, especially on the three, because my mid range I don't use it enough. But yeah, the thing was like 2 years ago, I really started lifting a lot. I was becoming stronger, and keeping my shooting on the same thing on the same track was really difficult for me. So like last summer, I really said to myself, yeah, I wanna because we were about to play EuroLeague. I really wanted to be a good shooter because in my youth years I was a really good shooter. So I really wanted to have a good season. Even I think I averaged 35%. I think it's way too low for what I can do. So I'm not happy with that. But yeah, I think every year is getting better. So I keep on practicing on it. So I hope next year it will be above 30. That's what I really want to. That's what I really want it. That's what I really want.
Is it repetitions, just plain and simple, or is it situational drills? How do you work on it?
Nah, I try to get like as many repetitions as possible, even after practice, before practice. I think that's the only thing that's gonna help you. I don't think like if the more shots you take, the better shooter you are, and I think like that. So I'm gonna keep on doing that, and we will see. I think this summer it paid off. I took a lot of shots. I was a lot in the gym, and it's really important to me to be a good shooter on the catch, because that's really important for the team too. If we get guys that can attack the rim strongly, and you got some shooters around it, I think that's really important. But also, I really like to play just on the dribble into the shot. I really like that too. So I'm trying to get as many. The more situations I can shoot from, the better it is. So that's what really important is to me.
So you can either read points on pull-up jumpers and straight spot-up shooter or catch and shoot situations, or would you rather go maybe more spotted up? Like what's your concept there?
This season I'm taking more shots on the catch for sure, but I really can't take shots out of the dribble. I mean, more threes, because mid-range I barely use, and that's the thing I need to use way more, because that will make me more dangerous. I mean, but yeah, I didn't use it enough this season, and if I work more on it, the mid-range shooting, it will be better for my career too.
Can you go either one, both ends for that?
Yeah, it's not a problem left or right. I don't feel any better hand. Also in dribbling, I don't think my right is better than my left. So it's also I rather go with my left hand to the basket than my right when I'm right-handed. So I don't know. I don't feel any difference.
All right, we'll talk about that later, because about the passing, I think you prefer the right. I haven't seen you pass with your left that much. But I have a question about the shooting. When we look at the mechanics, we see the upper body is really straight, and there's absolutely no problem about it. But your body seems split in two halves, and the lower body is less balanced. It feels less balanced. Do you feel like it? Are you working on it, or does it?
I don't really feel any problems, but I know, because we got also a good physical coach, and I need to be just more. I need to be more flexible, and that's the biggest thing in my thing now, to be lowering my legs, and so I can really be in the feed and be faster. If you can sit low, I can be faster and defend even better. And that's the thing right now. I can easily make steals because I'm long and I got long arms. But when I get more flexible and I'm really working on it right now, I think I can be a better defender. Yeah.
All right. To you, it's more about flexibility than lower body.
I think that's the biggest thing. My flexibility, for sure. I'm 100% sure of that.
All right. That's interesting. Romain, do you have a question about the shooting, or can we jump to the next part?
No. So the only thing I have, probably we're going to talk about it a little bit later. You know, it's the balance between the threat you can bring from outside, the capability you have to create and dish out, and the fact that sometimes it looks a little bit unbalanced. The amount of shots that you can take from outside compared to the skills you can have, and the fact that try maybe to finish more at the rim, which could lead you a bit more to a free throw line. You see what I mean here? Just a matter of
I think it is, because if I use a pick and roll or whatever, I really look to pass, and I think I need to be more aggressive to the rim, and I think it will come when I'm more, because I really like to have more assists than I have points, and that's why I'm more looking to pass and find the open man than look to for myself. So I think it will come, but I think I need a little bit more time and confidence, and I think that will come for sure.
Because basically, if you look at raw numbers, just looking at stat sheets, if you look at it right now the way I do, like I have like everything on the screen in front of me, your best games statistically in terms of points and everything are the games you went to the line, pretty much. One or two exceptions, but for example, Cuban, you score 11, you go to the line. You go know, Charleroi, you go to the line, you even have like 12 shots. So there's something really interesting here in terms of maybe like, you know, upside regarding the balance in the game and the kind of like all around game you want to bring.
No, it's just aggressiveness. I think if I'm aggressive to the rim, I can get a lot of free throws. But if I'm not aggressive enough and I'm looking more to pass, I will not get the free throws. And I think it's just a mindset.
How about the finishing through contact? Because you're pretty light for your size. The NBA obviously is more physical than the Belgian league. So
It is for sure.
How
I know. I need to work on that for sure. And I think I gained a lot, but I'm not done yet. I need my weight need to be around 100. I think that will be a perfect weight for me. But it's difficult because I gained almost 20 kilos in 1-2 years, so it was a lot. And for next year, I really want to go to the 100 kilos. But the stronger I get, the easier it's gonna be to finish in contact. So, but I'm working on it right now, even with this body frame I got right now. But I think in this league I can do it. But for the next step, I really need to improve.
about the passing? What's the is it natural? Does it come naturally?
What?
The passing, your
Passing?
passing game,
Yeah.
or are you working on a specific part of it on the pick and roll?
Not really. I think it's really the court vision I got is I think it was when I was younger I really had it. That's also why in Belgium, if you're tall, you play normally on the 5, and if you're small, you're a point guard. But that was the thing. I had a good court vision when I was younger, and that's why I've always played on the point guard position. And I think because I played from a young age on the point guard, I really had the vision and to know where to pass. And I think it's just a kind of skill. I don't have to work on that a lot or something.
So there's probably a coach somewhere who realized that he had to keep you on the perimeter.
Yeah. When I was like around 15, 16 years old, the coach of second division wanted to put me on the 4. But I'd also a coach on the under 18, and he wanted to play me on the second, on the 2. And when I had the European Championship, I had really great games where you can see I almost every offense I use a pick and roll, and it really showed off. I really can do it, and I think that was the biggest opportunity I had. But yeah, that's
So
it.
it was good to meet a bunch of smart guys, actually.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's right.
Can you pass with your left hand, Vrenz?
Sorry?
Can you pass it with your left hand? Because
Yeah,
I haven't seen.
I don't.
I've seen quite a lot of film from your games, and I don't remember a lot of passes with your left hand.
I don't think I'm really thinking I can't pass with the left because, like I already said, in dribbles also, I don't feel any difference in shooting. I feel it for sure, but in dribbling, passing, it's all the same for me. If you want me to give a cross pass to the corner with my left or my right, you're gonna be exact same pass. So I'm not really thinking of it. It's more the moment of the game, what hand I can use the best, and maybe sometimes I make the wrong decision, maybe, but yeah, it's not really a thing that my right hand is stronger than my left.
About the reads you do on the pick and roll, do you have a model? What tape? Who do you like to watch to get inspired?
I don't really watch people a lot, but a guy like Luka Doncic, how he's watching the court, how he sees the court, or Milos Teodosic. Yeah, I played against him for sure, but how he sees the court is great to see. And these are guys that really are example for me personally. And I think they can teach you a lot. And if you watch their game, it can help you. But yeah, I think it's also a thing you gotta have. It's gotta be a talent, I think.
What can they teach you?
Uh, that's a difficult question, but how they give the passes, they are first aggressive to the rim. The no-look passes from Milos Teodosic, they are great. Yeah, things like that.
All right. Romain?
How do you deal with ball pressure when defense goes hard on screens, when they edge hard? Because I'm watching clips right now, so I'm interested in having your analysis.
Hard hedge. Yeah, it's I don't like it because I gotta have guys come up and show themselves to make the triangle. But yeah, for sure it's not the most funny defense for the guy that's using the pick and roll. But yeah, it's just like, or a slip screen. The guys coming up to make the triangle. It's just like that. It's not really difficult to get out of it, but yeah, it's just not fun because you ain't gonna get your assists. You're gonna give the pass away.
I'm just saying this because I just saw a couple of clips. I have like many stuff from Young Synergy like rolling down like as we speak. And I just saw those two. So
okay,
that's why the question popped out.
Okay, yeah.
You feel comfortable in this situation with your handle because you're tall, so obviously the dribble is higher and
yeah, for sure.
Protect. So have you worked a lot on it? Because
I think I really need to work on it because I'm not a natural playmaker, and I need to work hard for it to keep it under control. And for using pick and rolls, you gotta have a good ball handle because if you can't dribble, you can't use the screen and you can't go to the rim. So it's really important to have a good ball handle, and I'm working on it every day after practice, mostly before. But yeah, it's really important, I think.
All right, that's why there was the question about the hands at the beginning, because sometimes it has a relation with the way people about the defense. I think that's the biggest question mark about your game going into the NBA, because you're tall. You said you need to gain flexibility to get lower and to defend. I mean, quicker guards. How many positions you feel you can defend one-on-one right now?
I mean, most of the guys will say 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 3 for now, for the moment. When I get stronger, the 4. But I think I also can defend the one position because, like, when I played BCL, I played backup point guard, and when I came on the court, the first key was to put full court pressure against guys that are 6'1", 6 foot, 6'2". So it was really hard for a guy that is 6'10" to put full court pressure, being the feet all the time. But I think it really helped me. But like you see in the league, it's not the same as in Europe that they are putting full court pressure. But I think I can do it, and I think when I get older, like get stronger, and when I'm on the right spot, I can defend 1 to 4. I think.
I totally agree with what you said. Flexibility is going to be one of the key points for you, and the second one, but it will come with experience, I would say. And like, once again, no offense saying this, but just keeping your feet on the ground. Like several times you just like slightly bite on fakes, which kills you either on closeouts or one-on-one situations. Those are the two main things, because to me, just back to the question Alex asked you a few minutes ago, you can go all the way downhill or with someone next to you to the rim. You don't look that scared with like dealing with contact. It's just a matter of like impact and body weight right now. Like, when you'll be 10 kilos more, you can easily put the shoulder, use the contact and go. I agree with this, but this is going to be pretty much the same thing with defense. Flexibility, keeping the balance, and maybe keeping your feet on the ground a little bit. I think you can deal with it. Like lateral speed, from what I'm watching right now, doesn't necessarily seem to be a problem, especially like those guys you're talking about, like in BCL, those short point guards, they are runners.
They're quick.
Then you have a guy like this. I mean, the Belgian league you have many players that look like the same that the guys like we have in the French league. So I don't think like switching defense can be something if you can keep that mobility and then increase lateral speed a little bit and flexibility. switching defense isn't going to be a problem. Today with modern basketball, that's something extremely important.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
I know you said you're not watching a lot of other games, but what do you feel is the most important thing in today's NBA's defense? Because it has evolved a lot the past years. What do you think you have to work on more to get?
I think for me, I think team defense is the most important thing. First of all, if you defend like a team, it's already over. But for myself, uh, putting a lot of pressure, bringing energy in defense. I think that's the most important thing for myself. I think
All right.
that's not easy. That the other team can handle the ball easily, getting easy looks. That's the most important thing.
Do you feel you have enough impact of ball as of now? I know you played the passing lanes pretty well because you're long, but I'm talking about helping on the weak side. You're tall. You have a 7'1" wingspan. Do you feel you can be more effective of ball?
I think I can really read the defense well. When being a last man, I try to deny as many as possible, but sometimes I just gotta be there in front, take a charge. That are things I need to learn more, and that will come with time. But I think reading the defense, I think I can do it. Just a little things that I gotta be more mature at.
You talked about the right spots later in your career. You say when I'm in the right spots. Speaking about your future, you said you will be able to contribute. What do you think is your role for the first few years you will spend in the NBA?
If I go to the NBA, I just want to get better as a player, to improve as many as possible. I think that's the first thing I really want to do is to get better, to practice hard, and the minutes I get are even not the minutes I don't get. Just the experience I will get, the travel with the team, getting a good team, getting a good group. That's really important to me. To grow as a person also, I think that's really important too. And yeah, just trying to get better as make a really big step there.
And for to get better, and we do agree with Romain on that point. You need to play. How do you find playing time in the first few years in the NBA? Are you willing to be a drafting stash player for a few years, or do you want to cross the ocean this year?
I hope, yeah, for sure. I hope I can stay there and work with a lot of coaches that are really really they're specialists in their thing, and that they can give me as many information to get a better player. But yeah, if I get a draft and stash player and go to a good club in Europe, it's not bad for sure, because I just want to play on the highest level I can to get the best person out of myself and the best player I can be.
All right, about that work, that daily work, what can you say about the routines you have, the way you train? What can you say to people who don't really know you for now about that?
I think the strongest point is I got a really good work ethic. I think it's really important to get as many reps as possible in your game and to get better every day. I mean, yeah, everyone is saying, yeah, I want to get better every day, but I mean, the thing you can do yesterday is important to get better today, and the things you do today to get better tomorrow, and that's really important for me to don't stick on the same level. And whenever it's even stretching or getting into the gym, getting shots up, like the little details are really important.
Do you include watching your own games in your preparation routines and stuff like this?
Oh yeah, for sure. Every time when yeah, with Belgian national team, sometimes it's difficult because the how you say it, the bad quality. But I always after the game, even after the game in the bus, I watch my games again things I do wrong. I'm trying to improve on that, and I think that's really important also to become a better player. It's a big thing, I think.
Uh, everyone is a hard worker when you listen to them. How do you feel you will be able to prove it to the NBA teams who will interview you in a few weeks?
I mean, prove it. Yeah, to do it, I think. I also prove it because I think you can't go from 150 lbs to 200 lbs to do nothing. I think you gotta be in the right mindset. You gotta do it every day. Things people don't think about is this food, sleep, rest. It's really important because some guys think, oh, if I be 4 hours in the gym, I will get big. But you eat bad, you don't sleep, you don't take rest. It's not gonna work. If you just work right and you get a good food, good program, you get your how you call it, the egg white, and that's really important too, I think.
Invisible training.
Yeah, it is.
We like to talk about psychology here on Envergure. We think it's really important to try to evaluate a player. What you were talking about the routine, the things you do to get better every day. What drives you? What is the thing that makes you want to go out of bed very early when you don't want to go? What's in your mind?
Yeah, first of all, my family is really important for me, and I also want to prove myself. I also want to do it for them. But also in Belgium, a lot of people are saying, yeah, you can do it. Just stay in Belgium. You're not good enough. And there are even people that also played first division in Belgium, and they say then on national TV, yeah, you better can't stay in Belgium. And I really want to prove it. I can do it, and I'm good enough for it. So it really drives me.
Okay. So you feel you have a chip on the shoulder, and I'm not saying it because you're Belgian.
It is, yeah, for sure. For sure.
I have a question about the on-court habit you have, because a few scouts who were to your games, they noticed you sometimes get angry, not really angry, but you grumble, you don't feel really happy. How do you feel about that?
I mean, in the beginning of the season, I had it more than now because I saw my games, but you don't rely on it. And I talked a lot with coach, and he's also saying, be careful with it because sometimes it comes over wrong. You don't mean it like that, but it comes over wrong. And in the beginning of the season, I had it to the refs, and if they made a bad call, I was talking to them. But I think it's just because also you are young and you gotta be more mature in that part. But I think I'm really growing in that process because like lately I barely do it. Okay, sometimes it's just in the heat of the moment you're playing the game, and I think every player got it. But I think I'm really improving in that part.
So you've learned to watch your own body language.
Yeah, for sure, because it's also really important to stay in the game and don't get involved with the refs because that are things that are gonna pull you out of the game and get you focused more on the rest than on the game. And now when I have something, I just keep it for myself, just focus on the game, and that's most important to win as most game as possible.
Yeah, because more than the refs, it's it's what you show to the opponent. Like me, for example, when I work on our opponents, if I see players that can basically lose it or get out of the game easily, I can be sure that there's going to be a line about it on scouting report. And the first thing that is going to happen during the game is that I'm going to tell one of my guys, because I have guys who know how to like trick that, go straight on this, straight up, because that's something, if you end up being one of the key players to your team, be sure I'll be coming for that. That's something important, especially it's already professional basketball here, so we're all competitors. players, coaches, we're all competitors, and we want, you know, to find the best ways to win. Sometimes
It
they're not,
is, yeah, for sure.
not clean, but they are.
Mhm.
But in the league, it's like, it's even, you know, higher and more intense, and
Mhm.
it's like dogfight sometimes. So
It
that's
is.
something really
Yeah.
interesting. Like the fact that you're aware of it is important, and working on it is important too, because
Mhm.
the less weaknesses you show,
It is for sure, yeah.
the
It
further
is.
you go.
Yeah, I understand that completely.
You seem like a very confident guy. We had a laugh with the podcast team because you were arguing about your ranking on our website.
That's why you came, actually, because you wouldn't have answered. We wouldn't have said anything, but you answering and being like, "What? Okay, let's go. Let's talk."
Yeah,
That's
I mean, yeah,
no, but that's good.
I think it's a part of the game.
Yeah.
You gotta be there for yourself, and you gotta stand up for yourself. But I don't like to beef or whatever on social media because it's next to the game. But sometimes you gotta stand up, show what you got, and I think that's really important. But because confidence is the most important thing in basketball. If you ain't got confidence, you're not gonna make it. And off the court, I'm a humble guy, and I can't find it with everyone. But on the court, you gotta be. Yeah, you even when I play Austin, my best friend is playing there. I'm talking trash to him. He can't shoot. Like he can't shoot. But I'm saying he can't shoot, and he's missing free throws. And I'm that kind of guy that really can be in the head of someone else, and that's maybe because I got the confidence for it.
Who's your best friend?
Harris Bratanovich.
Right.
He plays for Austin.
Austin, the Filou Austin.
Yeah.
How so you were arguing about the rankings. How do you rank yourself? Do you compare yourself to others, especially Europe?
I mean, it's really tough to rank yourself because I don't watch other players, so it's difficult to rank myself. But I think I have the potential to be late first, around first, second round, begin second round maybe. Because also I really worked really hard for it, and I think I deserve it because of my really hard work, and I think I can grow a lot more, and I'm not close to my how do you say it? Like, yeah.
All right. So you don't have any problem. Some more and more people, they I mean young players, they sometimes don't want to be a second round pick, and they prefer to be an undrafted free agent. You don't have any problem to be a second round pick?
Well, I don't have any problem, but I'm really working for it to be for being a first rounder.
Of course. Romain, you have a question?
Non, j'écoute patiemment.
What can you bring next year? Because that's what people will ask us going on the scouting reports and stuff like that. What do you think you can bring to an NBA team next year? I know you want to work. You said it. You want to work to be the best player you can be. But right now,
I think
can you bring?
My first year, I think the most thing is to bring a lot of energy on the court. Being there in defense is also always the first thing. You can have a bad shooting night in offense, but in defense, you got to be always there. No excuses for that. So defense will be the most important thing to me in an NBA team. And yeah, the offense will come if you're good in defense and you do your thing in defense. The offense will come with the flow.
Do you have a favorite destination? Or
No, I don't have a favorite destination.
nah, you
No.
didn't grew up as a fan of any NBA team?
Okay, I have an idol, and I like players like Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and it will be nice to play next to them. But I mean, playing in any NBA team that believes in you is more important than play against your idol.
No, you're right. Don't put yourself in trouble right now. You're right.
I was not trying to trick you, but it was a
No, it's not a trick. I mean, in any NBA team that believes in you. That's the most important thing. If you feels good and you can grow as a player and you can help a team win, even win championships, it will be great for me.
Do you know who sent a scout to watch one of your games?
I don't know, because I'm not really busy with it, because I really focused to try win the championship this year. But yeah, in the back of your mind, you always have it in your mind. But I think some scouts. I think 7 different teams in 2-3 weeks. So, but I'm not really busy with them. It's my agency is doing everything about that, and I just trying to focus on the season.
Okay, what little quiz. Belgian players who made it to the NBA.
Belgian.
How many?
How many and who?
0.
0. Like, I mean, DJ and Benga made it, but not due a draft. Alexandre went to the draft. He was, I think, 52. Denver Nuggets, I think, but he got stashed to Real Madrid. I think he's 52 or 53. Denver Nuggets, yeah, if I'm right. I don't know.
I don't have it on the yes, I don't have
it was just a trick question, so
the history.
But yeah, becoming the first Belgian player in the
Belgian-born player to be drafted.
Yeah, do the draft. It will be awesome. Like, just also to put Belgium on the map, and I think there is a lot of potential in Belgium, and it will be great for it. Also because we are a really small country, and I think it will be nice.
Do you have plans with the national team this summer, or are you focused on that?
This summer it will be really busy because our season ends somewhere begin June. I will be really busy with the vaccination due to COVID, and end June I will probably leave to the States, first to LA to my agency, and then to get some workouts with teams, because there are some lined up. So it's gonna be really difficult to go with the national team, and it really hurts for me because I really liked always to be with national team. It's really important. Also, youth generations, I always was there, and it really sucks a little bit. I can't be there.
All right, Vrenz. Can you say, it's for the English-speaking audience? Can you say your name, because they won't know how to pronounce it?
I can pronounce it in Dutch and I can pronounce it in English. Just what you want. In English, I will say Vrenz Bleijenbergh. I will say that. I think it's most easy. But if I say it in Dutch, it will be Vrenz Bleijenbergh. So it's a little different.
All right. They will call you Vrenz, I think.
Yeah. That's most easily, I think.
Yeah, that's most easy. Well, thank you very much for.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for inviting me.
All the good luck for the draft.
Thank you.
The end of the season before, because
Thank you.
You're still in competition, so have a nice evening, and
thank you. You too. Thanks, Romain, for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for staying with us a little bit and spending time with
No
us.
problem.